What's going on YouTube? It's Saint Riot, the guy who plays Elden Ring and makes builds and then takes those builds and invades other players with it or them and then records that and puts it up here for you to look at. This is the build that we are using. It's the Mad Dumpling Man. He's angry and he is a dumpling about it. He is straight dumped on dumples. This dude is the dump master. He is the king ding dumpling, and he's coming. He's mad, all right? And he uses a katana because I like unsheath. I wish they'd let me have it on a straight sword, but they won't because they're cowards, right? And I want you to know that you're going to get the very best invasion content in your whole life right here. In the whole GD world. I'm an MFer when it comes to putting up this content right here. And so that's where I put it, is on the hole. In the hole. Part of the hole on YouTube. W-H-O-L-E. Hole. Okay? Got magic wizards. They don't want to go fight their boss. They want to, magic wizard some poor guy. Some poor madman. That's me. That's where I come in. Okay, cool. That's real nice of you to do that. But one thing that you need to know about me is that I have 2 Frenzy Flame Seals. What that means is you don't have enough hit points. So that's something for you to think about. In all your book knowledge, did they ever say anything about how it's better to be alive than dead? Probably not, because they're a bunch of bozos, okay? And that's who you look up to. You go to college, and they're saying, "Oh, here's my words. Oh, better read them." Okay, cool, doctor. Do you know anything about what it's like to just try and stay alive? Probably not. Probably not driving your Lincoln Continental, okay? Because you saw Matthew McConaughey trying to sell you one. Well, let me tell you something. Little dagger versus just enough poise to do this? Wow. Think about that. Die. 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 He won't stop dying because they don't think about that in their fancy wizard college, okay? All they know is driving Lincoln Continentals, all right? And no one ever bothered to just say, hey, don't die. That's just not something they ever considered, right? Now, for me and you, for normal people, it's one of those things, quote, it goes without saying. I'm saying it. Saying Ryan it. That's me, my name. Now you understand where my name comes from. I'm saying it Ryan. Okay? My name is not Ryan, but it could have been. And that's just one thing for you to consider. I know a guy named Ryan. We look similar. Okay? We look alike. So I could have just as easily been him in his brain, right? This guy, I could never be him because he has quitter's disease. He has big quitters, right? He's stuck in a hospital bed and he's shaking. He's so cold. He's so cold. And the nurse comes in and says, "You didn't finish your apple juice?" And he says, "I quit." That's what he does. He has big quitter's disease, and it's contagious. All right, and it'll take us all if you don't pay attention. Right now, watch this. I want you to see this spacing. This is NASA tier spacing. Boom. Okay, when they put a rover on Mars in the middle of a crater, millions of miles away. Okay, that's pinpoint accuracy. NASA level spacing is going down. All right, and it's going up into the stratosphere where it belongs, in space. Now here's a question for you. Where did the host go? Let's rub our chins and think about that. Where's all those Lincoln Continental drivers when you need them? Hey, here's a hypothesis that you could theorize for me, Pythagorean. Where did this host go, nerd? Oh, I couldn't know that. They're scratching their head. They've got their index finger, and it's awkwardly angled. Their elbow just bent as it can. so that they can scratch their head with just the index finger. And look up, and a single bead of sweat come down. I couldn't know. Yeah, I don't need your help. I'll find him myself. This poor jar man sacrificing himself for the cause right there. And I want you to know that's the player that will give it everything, those jar man. And let me tell you something. When you get down after loose balls like that and you start making the hustle play, your teammates notice. Your teammates notice, and then they'll make the hustle play. Okay? This guy's going absolutely insane. This is sheer lunacy. Popping off and down and around. Okay? That's 1,000 damage on that unsheath right there. And we're not even popping off, but this jar's popping off. He saw his teammate make the hustle play, and he said, it's my turn. Next man up. And he made the hustle play. Okay? And he took everything out. And you have got to respect that. And, you know, that jar man, he's going places. Teams are dying to have a guy like that join the clubhouse. And so that's just one thing for him to know and to consider. By the way, I want you to use your eyes right now and really just open them up. Just really pop open those peepers. And I want you to take a look down at the bar that tells you how long this video is going and how much time is left. And you'll notice that we're smack dab in the middle of it. Okay? We're in the middle of the dang thing. And let me tell you something. These clips are only going to get more spicy. They're only going to get more seductive. Okay? There's just going to get higher and higher eroticism as I grab these people and scream into their eyes with my eyes. Right? A little bit of that verticality. It's coming down the way. That's when the level's up and the level's down. And you use that to drop down with the big hit. Okay? That's what they've been calling it since 2015, maybe 2016. I'll be totally honest, I don't remember. But what I do remember is what it takes to be the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. One time I went to an insane asylum, and you're going to think that this is a made-up story. It's absolutely not. I went there on a field trip, and I was there with my lab partner. She was a very pretty blonde girl. I called her Barbie. Right? Because she just, she very pretty blonde girl. I called her Barbie. She and I were lab partners in science, math, and psychology. We just got along really well, despite the fact that we were two very different people. But anyway, me and Barbie, we were playing foosball with this one guy there at the insane asylum. I don't think you're supposed to call it an insane asylum, but I don't know what else to call it right now because I'm just talking. You understand? The words are just coming out. I'm barely able to filter them. These powerful ideas that I'm having. But anyway, we're playing foosball with this fella, and the fella, he starts getting worked up a little bit at the foosball table, which is understandable. You're looking for a guy who gets fired up for it, right? Give me him. Give me him. He is him. Look at the bleed out right there. I want that guy on my foosball team, Give me the guy who gets fired up for it. But he got a little too fired up at the insane asylum. I just remember he said, whoever wins this game gets a half a chicken. Whoever wins this game gets a half a chicken. Did he have half a chicken to give away? Because I certainly did. So if he had won that game and I didn't have the half a chicken to pay him back, what would have happened? Look at my character. Just looking off screen at a human being on fire with yellow flavor. Incredible. That was a great image right there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And I love it. Thankfully, I didn't have to find out what would happen because the people that worked at the nice mental hospital, whatever the hell it's called, they came and they were like, hey, it's time for you to go back to your room. You're getting a little heated up, And so neither I nor Barbie ended up having to pay up on that chicken dinner. But he was getting heated. He got heated up about it. I'll tell you that right now. He shook the foosball table a little bit, and that was the straw where they were like, okay, we were just high school kids, right? And this was like a full-blown adult, insane human being that we were hanging out with, and they were all super chill. Everybody that was there, But, you know, that one guy, he got worked up. He got worked up at the foosball table. And I get that. Like I said, I understand. That guy has winner's disease. All right? And that's one of those things that, you know, it's also contagious. That's what you just saw. That jar, that pot man, it saw its teammate make the hustle play. And then it said, that's winner's disease. And it's going around. And that's why that jar did what it did. I used the elevator here. I used it twice, actually. Once to make a slick getaway, which is where we're at right now, and one time before this to separate the party. I have no idea how this fireball still manages to go off, but I've driven that guy insane, and he has no idea what to do about it right now. He's just hopping and skipping. I'll tell you what you do about it. You go in the hole. You go in that hole. It's where you leave your home, where you're from, your origin. You come from the hole, you return to the hole. My name is Saint Riot, and have you ever seen anybody put as many people in a hole? Never in your entire life. I am the king hole putter, all right? That's what they call me. They call me Saint Riot. Boom. Yellow fire versus red lightning. What a matchup. We are in for a treat today, here in front of the hole. Who will pay homage to the hole? Who will feed the hole? What does the hole like to eat? The hole is unforgiving. The hole hungers, and it craves all. It does not discriminate. The hole will eat anything that you put inside of it. And that's what I love the most. I love something that just keeps taking and taking and taking and cannot get enough. You know, that's the sort of thing, that's the sort of God that you want to, you know, pay homage to, is something like that. Katana, little unsheath, big damage. Little unsheath, big damage. Get in the hole. Get in the hole where you live. That's your house. That's where you come from. I went to the hole, and everybody there knew you. And they were saying, he'll be back soon. He always comes back. And that's why you're going there again. Into the hole. It's your house. You live there. You and all your buddies. You moved in. Okay? And that's your origin. That's your history. That's where you're from. So I'm going to put you back in the hole. But before I can do that, I got to get myself psyched up. I got to yell at myself a little bit. And so that's what I'm doing. Getting myself hyped up just a little bit. Come back out here. Threw himself into the damn old hole. That was so hype right there. I got to take a little, hang on. I got to sip of water. That's good water right there. Stay hydrated. It's important. You know, our parents, they didn't know to do that. Our parents didn't know to be drinking all this water like we know to do. Okay? They were just content to just drink an RC Cola, you know? And that's why they are where they are, and we are where we are. Okay? We are. So, this guy, bleed axes, that's a popular thing. A lot of people using it, but watch this. He's going to make one small mistake. He's going to do what I call roll bad. Alright? And when he hits that roll bad, I'm there to catch it. Boom! Just like that. But guess what? Are you going crazy? Because there's another one. Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Take a gander at this, and I'll see you next time. Till then, later, y'all.